Good afternoon, I'm Josh Duncan, and these are some of the top headlines out of the KelownaNow newsroom today. Charges have been laid in connection to the grass fires lit on Knox Mountain last Friday afternoon, and police say the accused was up to no good in the minutes leading up to the fires as well. 48-year-old Robert Austin Teal has been charged with arson and assaulting a peace officer with a weapon after being arrested on Knox Mountain while firefighters worked to put out the grass fires he allegedly set. Police say they were first called to the area around 3 p.m. for reports of a man dressed in full camo gear targeting construction workers and surveillance equipment with slingshots. The same man was then seen around 30 minutes later lighting the fires, witnesses say, and attempting to spread the flames using vegetation. That according to an RCMP statement issued this afternoon. Fortunately, crews were able to get a handle on the fires and police tracked down and arrested Teal on Knox Mountain. He already had a bail hearing and was remanded into custody until his next court appearance that is set for this Thursday. Poilievre says he'll work with any party to pass Bailey's Law, which of course is named for Kelowna woman Bailey McCourt, who was murdered in early July in a local parking lot. The man charged with her murder, her ex-husband James Poilievre. Poilievre was released on bail after being convicted of assault by choking just hours before McCourt was killed in early July. Speaking in Ottawa today, Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre urged other parties to support Bailey's Law, which is Bill C-225, the bill put forward by Kamloops MP Frank Caputo. It would automatically make the killing of an intimate partner an act of first-degree murder and increase sentencing for other domestic crimes like assault and criminal harassment, as well as some other stuff around bail and power for the courts to bring in a domestic abuse suspect for risk assessment. Caputo also spoke in Ottawa today alongside McCourt's family members, saying they support the bill, and so does Premier David Eby, who he spoke with over the phone on Monday. According to Caputo, the NDP Premier supporting a Conservative private members bill is when you know you're on the right track. Kelowna City Council has voted down a proposal to review the way councillors are elected. It was introduced by Ron Cannon, who said the fast-growing community may benefit from a new system that makes it easier to narrow down candidates by using a ward-based system rather than an at-large electoral system. Of course, a ward-based system is what they use in Lake Country. It was to separate different candidates for different parts of the community. City Manager Doug Gilchrist, who you just saw in KelownaNow a few minutes ago, had said a study into a new voting system would cost up to $200,000, and they would be hard-pressed on timing with less than a year to go until next fall's municipal election. That was the overwhelming response from councillors, with some even liking Cannon's suggestion, but saying it wouldn't work within the time frame they have right now. However, there were also some general hesitations too. Mohini Singh said she wanted to represent the city as a whole, not a specific neighborhood. Luke Stack noted that a ward system may lead to more restrictive representation. Despite introducing the motion, Cannon voted against it in the end as well. He said he just wanted to get feedback from his council colleagues, and he was happy with how the discussion went. A travel advisory in place for the Okanagan Connector this afternoon and evening, with the gloomy, wet weather arriving in the valley, and we'll get to that in a moment. It's making driving conditions tough near the Pennask Summit. Environment Canada has put a blowing snow advisory in place, warning the visibility could be seriously hampered down to 800 meters. That's well below the summit. A quick check of the webcams before I jumped on here, and I apologize. I should have put a picture of the webcams up, but I did check them, and it's showing that snow is really starting to accumulate on the roads up there as well, up near the Pennask Summit and Elkhart, so be careful if you are traveling west this evening. In sports, Kelowna Rockets goalie Harrison Bodiger is heading back to the CHL USA Prospects Challenge for a second straight year. This time, however, he's going to be wearing a different jersey. Last year, Bodiger was just 16 years old when he suited up for Team USA as part of the U.S. National Team Development Program in the Challenge. He was stellar as well, earning plenty of praise and attention from scouts with a 35-save performance as the youngest player in the event. He was playing against studs for the Team CHL team too, like Matthew Schaefer, who was just selected first this past summer in the NHL draft. Bodiger, of course, moved from the U.S. program to the Kelowna Rockets over the summer, which means he will suit up as a member of Team CHL this time around. The two-day event will take place in Calgary and Lethbridge on November 25th and 26th. It's going to pin some of the continent's top draft-eligible youngsters against each other with a lot of NHL scouts in the audience watching. A great chance to prove your worth ahead of next year's NHL draft. Congrats to Harrison, and hopefully he puts up another strong performance, this time for the good guys. All right, a quick look at the forecast to wrap things up. The high was 8 degrees today, but we're only at 4 right now, and it doesn't look like we'll go much beyond that. It is gloomy, a little bit rainy out there, and those conditions are expected to continue into the evening. More showers expected overnight as well, even tomorrow morning, but it should shift into just a mix of sun and cloud in the afternoon on Wednesday, a high of 12 degrees. That is it for me today, but you can read up on all these stories and plenty more over at KelownaNow.com. Be sure to check us out on social media as well. That's KelownaNow.com on TikTok, KelownaNow on X Now Media Group on YouTube. And as I've been telling you, we are back on Facebook and Instagram rather sneakily. Best of Kelowna Now is the way to find us there, and we would love for you to follow us on Facebook and Instagram as we try to build back those follower counts that we had a couple years ago. All right, enjoy your evening, Kelowna. I will be back in this chair tomorrow for another look at what is making news. We'll see you then.
We don't just report the news. We live here too. We're your neighbors, bringing you stories that matter to all of us. No government funding, no outside.